Okay, hello Discord kitty. It's Neo here. I'm going to, I've watched all of your Paraiso VOD, and I actually think that your aim is, like, way higher than what you state your elo is. So, I want you to just try and think about what I'm going to mention in this practice room, and then when we watch the VOD in a second, I really want you to think about, like, oh, I see what she means, I could have implemented that. So, there's a few things. Your aim is like very solid, and because of that, it's things like changing your positioning and changing how much you are actually shooting will really help you climb. So let's say we're in a scenario like this. We really want to heal, shoot, shoot, heal, shoot, shoot, like that. Because if you watch my cards, if I'm just healing, I have this downtime where I'm waiting for my cards to come again. So if I'm just holding right click, we get this. Versus if I'm healing, shoot, shoot, I have all my cards back and I get the same amount of healing, but I'm also getting in extra damage.
And what did we learn?
And I want you to, even if it's like seems quick, and even let's say you're missing your shots and like hitting like here instead of actually hitting the enemy, you're still putting pressure on this enemy where he now knows he can't go to that little area. So even if you're missing, you're still creating pressure by firing these shots. And honestly, like I said though, your aim seems pretty solid, so I wouldn't even worry too much about like missing. Just trying to get more uptime in by throwing more kunai, if that makes sense. So always heal, shoot, shoot, even if it's not at someone. If it's near where the enemy could be, the pressure is worth it. The other thing is, don't forget that you have wall climb, and it can get you to higher positions like this. And then another thing is about Kiriko is we really do want to be playing on these high grounds, like up here-ish. Because we kind of create this scenario where the enemy, if let's say our team is like down here. Okay, it's not picking where I want it. Let's say our team is like down here, and pushing in that way. If we're up here, we could still heal our team and shoot at the enemies. And if the enemies want to shoot at us, they're now devoting resources to us that aren't going to our team. So by playing an off angle, the enemies will be pushing a resource to us to try to get to us, and the good news is if we're too pressured, we can just go back to our team, so we don't have to worry about it. So let's say at best, like, we are getting out like 2, 3, 4 cooldowns on their side, and we're only using 1 to get out. So Kiriko is like really the gesture of like the support class of like, oh my gosh, hey, look at me, and then I'm gone. So I want you to think about those things and think about like the kunai uptime, and if you really just have those in your mind as we watch this VOD. Okay. Oh, right, replays. Here we go.
Now traveling to Paraiso. Ready for battle. Ready for battle. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
So right off the bat, I think you should just, especially at this elo, don't be afraid to actually peek, throw some kunai, throw some heals here, and then like TP to your BAP up here. Ideally, we want to be playing at this high ground, or if you don't even want to TP, we could try and wall climb up here this way to get back up. Because then we have some cover right here, and we're on the high ground. It's unfortunate our Riss is playing down here, but if we're going to start out here, definitely try and get some damage in at, see, because we have a look at them right there, and we can shoot our kunai. So it's like, yeah, nice, that's good. Okay, so we didn't need to use our cleanse there. And I really, when you use cleanse, I really want you to have intention behind it. The good news is we can use TP a little bit more recklessly, but cleanse in particular, I don't really want us to use it unless we have a teammate who is anti and low. They need to be both. Or a teammate who is just low, specifically the Orisa. Orisa is very, very good at surviving. So if you know that your Orisa hasn't used cooldowns, you probably don't need to use cleanse yet. So because she's fortified here, it's like extra that this was a little bit wasted because she is a damage reduction when she is fortified. This is fine right here. It sucks that like the wall was there. Just remember, keep in mind that you can also wall climb Mei walls. It wouldn't have been necessarily helpful here, but knowing that you are against a Mei player, it's good to know that. Just keep it in the back of your mind. Oh, I'm against Mei. I can still climb those walls. You're a pretty good counter to Mei on Kiriko. I like trying to get damage in here. That's fine. Be careful about... I'll talk about this a little bit more at the end. But be careful about having to reload your weapon twice. Yeah, so just like watching this, we're missing a lot of opportunities to try and throw kunai. Nice try. If you're willing to calm Kiriko Baptiste, the biggest thing you want to try not to do is use both of your immortality abilities at once. So for you that's cleanse, for him that's immort field, and unfortunately we just did it. I understand why. I still like what we did, in all honesty. It just, if you're willing to calm, or if you're grouped with the Baptiste players, try and coordinate it the best you can. A lot of times it's like split seconds, so even that is hard, but just kind of keep it in your mind as well that there is stacking those abilities is going to be rough. Nice shots, and then we get some shots here. Very good. This is all nice. This is what I mean about your aim. It's like pretty solid. We could have wall climbed to get up there, but our cooldown comes back so fast, it's fine. And I like these shots here. This is good. This is good position and good shots. Yep. If we don't hear the ting on the dynamite, that means we're far enough from it, just so you're aware. And then I want kunai in here too. Like, think about it. Like, heal and then shoot, shoot. We don't need it right now, but right now we can start shooting at them as well. That was a little bit unneeded. Try to save it for if you know your Orisa hasn't fortified. It's good. Try and get out. We need to keep kiting backwards because they've taken a lot of space in one of our cooldowns, both of our cooldowns. And then just like heal, kunai, kunai, kunai. When Orisa ults, she is also fortified, so just be careful about cleansing a fortified Orisa because she has like, I think it's like 40% damage reduction, so she's going to be taking a lot less damage and you might just be able to heal it up. So really, heal, shoot, shoot. Heal, shoot, shoot. We see the Mei to our right. We can get her. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so we really, as a player, we keep thinking like either heal mode or shoot mode. It needs to be both. It needs to be heal, shoot, shoot. We could have saved our cleanse there because immortality was already out. I would have used it a little bit sooner if we were going to use it, but then I would have stacked with the mort. So just like really have intention behind your Suzu. That's unfortunate. We should be shooting the Orisa here too, just to create that extra pressure. Nice. Okay, back to TP back to the Orisa. Yeah, so we could have gotten... So even when you're in a close range fight like this with somebody like a Mei, you can really disorient them by TPing, even if it's not that far. It'll still... You become invulnerable for a second, and they have to like suddenly turn their mouse really fast, or their controller, or whatever it is, to try and get back to you. When you're coming back like this, you can hold down your TP ability, and as soon as you get within range of someone, it'll instantly do it. So as soon as I leave spawn, I play on PC, so I tend to be holding shift down as the second I spawn. This is fine. We could have maybe immorted, but this fight's already lost, so our goal is to get out. Ooh, that's a rough one, because then that guy is getting pressured by the enemy, so if we TP to him, that means that we're also going to start getting pressured by the enemy. Good cleanse. I love it. I'd consider TPing to her. Yes, yes. And then maybe wall climbing. That's unfortunate. So it's kind of like... I'm not 100% sure that TP is the correct call, but the thing is, if we don't do something... If we don't do something, this Orisa is going to get staggered. And if she dies, this fight... We just need to try and regroup as a team. So if she dies, we already need to stop and regroup. So if we die as well, it's not like the worst thing. I think that we kind of forgot about the Orisa right here when we're too focused on the Hanzo. So we should, after he gets like one of your clips of healing, he could probably switch back to the Orisa. So that's just unfortunate that we're... Oh, what's weirder is your Orisa lives. That's weird. So that's just
Rise and
unfortunate.
shine.
So we'll be holding shift here, so that way you can instantly TP. Good shots. That's good. I love the cleanse there because in an enemy Orisa ult, you have the stun. Very nice TP to get out. So now we want to wall climb to the left back to where we were because that was a very good position we were in.
Let me balance you out.
Yeah, he'll shoot, he'll shoot.
Draw strength from nature.
Nice try.
Kagaya.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's a little bit, rough, yeah. Just keep trying the wall climbing. There's no cooldown on that, but there is a cooldown on your TP. And so we got put in a very vulnerable position because we took too long to stage, and then it took a cooldown for us to stage, so they were able to collapse on us because we didn't have that cooldown. So there are other places that are a little bit safer to wall climb, and the more you wall climb, the more you'll kind of have a gauge of what you can do. So I'd wall climb above these dumpsters to the left and go over to where the Baptiste is. Nice. That's also fine. We just because now this fight is over, we can do that because we like have the cooldown back now. But just be wary if we take too long. We don't want to be caught without our teleport. Very nice.
Let me balance you out.
Okay, we can help her back. Nice. Very nice try, honestly. I like all this. Good attempt on the cleanse. I would Fox here. Yeah, the angle on this Fox is less than ideal. It's not the worst. I just think it would be slightly better if we angled it. It's like literally minusculely this right here. So right where you see that Lucio, I'd angle it down that way. It's not the worst thing. It just this provides our Orisa a better out than the angle you took.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
This Minesweeper's fine. We just can't. See, this is what I mean by sometimes we get into heal mode and sometimes we get into damage mode. We need to be doing both as Kiriko. Very nice. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nice try. But all that time we could have also been trying to throw kunai into the enemy. Like, your aim is pretty solid, so maybe you could have two-tapped the Mei. Or just even providing extra pressure so they're forced to play one angle so somebody else can try and shoot them from that angle. Stuff like that. We need to be falling back here. It kind of sucks that our Baptiste isn't, so I like trying to help him out. But as a team, we're down our Orisa. We know we have our Junkrat we can go back to. Beautiful. You know, they might look for a res here. Very nice. See, that's what I'm saying. The steal, shoot, shoot. We did end up getting a res, but you also got a second pick, so it's probably fine. That was really be weary about Suzuing when our Orisa is fortified.
A new dawn for you.
Nice. Focus Bap heals. Good, good. He can heal Orisa. It's very hard for him to heal himself. Again, unneeded. Intention.
Be careful, Shinoda. Let the Kitsune guide you.
I don't love this ult either. They have another push here at 16 seconds left, so we could try and use it for that instead. We know the Mei's on us. Yeah, we needed the TP. Honestly, when I hear her that close, and then I feel the freeze on me, you can TP back into your team.
Let's get back to it.
Kiriko has a lot of survivability with TP and Suzu. Really try and make sure you don't die with either of your cooldowns. Even if you're just throwing them out there, try and not die with either cooldown.
Let them up.
Oh, they C9'd. Okay. Your aim does not look bronze or silver, in all honesty. Or is that the elo I'm watching right now? Let me double check. I think that's what she said. Yeah, your aim does not look even silver. It looks better than that.
Ready.
If you just clean up a few things, I would think this is a gold game, in all honesty.
3, 2,
Mid to high gold.
attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Draw strength from nature.
Nice. Heal, nice. A little bit late. Yeah, and that was also when needed because we ice blocked. So we need to be right here. As a team, we're stuck in this choke. So as the Kiriko player, I can look, I see Baptiste. I'm like, Baptiste got this healing. You know what I can do? I can go flank. Because we're stuck here. What will open it up? If I'm also shooting right here. Look at how many shots we could try and land from like just being right here. And kind of peek and do this. Everyone on your team is shooting main. And it's not getting us anywhere. So, okay, what can we do? We can go here. We could try and take this high ground and shoot from this angle. Or we could try and take this high ground and shoot at the Ashe or the Mercy from here. But just immediately when I'm like, okay, no one's doing anything. I'm gonna go do something. And then you kind of go this way. And then, you know what? If it doesn't work out, you have TP, you have Suzu, you can get out. You'll survive. Just healing the tank main when your DPS aren't getting anything done, it's a lot better to just say, screw it, I'm gonna go do something. And now that you're over here, you can still do the same thing. It sucks your Orisa actually died. But you can go do something over here. You'd be like, okay, well, I can come here, and I can shoot this way, and then I could TP over there. It just kind of depends on where you are, but any of these spots, when all of their team is over here, and all of your team is down here, it creates a lot of value because now everyone just isn't shooting everything in down main. They have to now put things in other angles. Yeah. I don't like the way I phrase that either. Yeah, it's just we stopped looking at the Orisa for 1 second and it's just too late. When a DPS is critical, just throw them 1 clip of heals and then go back. Don't throw them 2 clips. They don't need to be full health. They just need to not be critical. Nice, good wall climb. Yeah, it's like, but our mindset is heal mode here when we need to be damaging as well, putting extra pressure on the enemies. We can't help our Bap. Yeah, he's just screwed, which means that now we're the only healer for this fight. We can definitely help our Orisa. Nice. I like that you didn't TP in. Cleanse was a little bit unneeded. Wait till she says critical. That Fox, you're very lucky it didn't get stopped by the car. And I don't love it, honestly, either. You needed to be further up. So I would even consider like TPing to the Orisa and then casting Fox. So that way you can get it. Because the problem is now our team is going to use this Fox to rush onto the point and then they lose the ability of the Fox. Versus if you were like right here when we cast it and maybe even casted it a little bit this way, it would be here. And then even if we were standing right here, we would get the benefit of Fox. But it's just a little bit too far back. And then shooting as well here. Nice. I like that we fell back a bit after we got pressured. But now we're not healing. So shoot, shoot, heal, shoot, shoot, heal. Yeah, beautiful. Especially through the window. And then I would have even considered Suzuing this because when somebody is in an Orisa ult, and I don't know if we were tracking that if Orisa had, our Orisa had Fortify or not. She doesn't. That was both of her cooldowns. The slow field feels really bad, so I would have considered Suzuing Orisa here just so she can try and get out of the slow field. She ends up taking a lot of damage. So that's the one of the times we definitely should have used it. I don't mind the usage here. Then again, now we've stacked it, and she took a lot of needless damage that she didn't need to a second ago. Yeah, heal, shoot, shoot, and then heal again. Yeah. Be very careful. See, we're just... It's always heal mode or shoot mode. Heal mode, shoot mode. This fight was very winnable. I like this.
That was different.
I like this as well. Just make sure we know where our teammate is to TP out if we have to.
I could never
The sunlight soothes.
I like pressuring the Ashe here. That's what I'm saying about even if you're missing your shots, you're putting pressure on the Ashe to move. Very good cleanse. Sucks we stacked it with the Mort, but it is what it is. Okay, this is a much better Fox. Cleanse wasn't needed. Even for ourselves, we weren't pressured enough with just that echo. Headshots in Kiriko are way more important than body shots, so when somebody's frozen like that, line up the headshot. Kiriko has a 3 times damage multiplier for her headshots. Like this, I don't mind it at all. So now we need to think about staging and positioning, because we're just kind of healing the full health Orisa. So I would take the high ground that's right above you right now. I would take the high ground on this top pink building to your left. And you can wall ride up there if you want to. I don't love it, I don't hate it. He really wasn't going to take any extra damage versus your Orisa who could use it like right now, but luckily we had a Mort. I like this, especially because this is where we should be positioned. Or we could position to our right now.
Hey there.
Very nice. We hear somebody like to our back right, so we're going to be careful about that. Nice.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
It's fine.
Burn bright for me.
So I kind of want us closer to where the Orisa was so we could shoot down main. We always want to try and TP to disengage instead of engage.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
This is an okay Fox. I think just angling it down main would have been a little bit better, but this is all fine. Sucks your Orisa died. So I try to play a distraction as our Hanzo gets out, and then yeah, do that. Perfect. Good. Good getting away. A little bit unneeded, but I respect it. Because the cooldown is like 5 seconds, so you can kind of use it a bit recklessly. I think we were really slow to heal him there, and then I was even scared about... Oh, this is... Okay. We know our Orisa's alone right now, though, because we have both healers down main. So I would have even TP'd back to her. Yeah. I'm pretty okay with that, Suzu. Nice. Very nice try. Are you like grouped with the Hanzo player? Because I don't think he said he needed healing. Just send him one clip again. Nice. So like I said, I think if you just get out of damage mode, heal mode, and just shoot, heal, shoot, heal, you'll climb. Because your aim is good, and just that extra pressure, that extra damage your team will be outputting, will be good. One other thing that I didn't mention earlier when I was in this practice range is the canceling of your reload. So that means, you see I'm down to 11 kunai. If I hit the reload button and then throw a bunch, I've canceled my reload. I didn't actually reload. I don't fully reload until right there. So you have to wait for that entire animation to finish if you're gonna reload. So generally that means that if... Okay, let me just empty my clip. Or get down close to emptying my clip here. 3, 2... Okay, there we go. So if I'm healing, shoot, this is one of the few times where it takes a little bit longer. So I think you're actually a little bit better off just trying to use your full clip and only reload when your clip hits 0, and then in that case it's heal, reload, heal, and make sure you finish the reload, and the number on the bottom says 15, or
Shouldn't have put your head there.
reload in between fights after a fight is won.
Soothing your wounds.
See, like, I could just infinitely not be reloading if I just hold right click here, and I have 0 kunai. So when you do this, and you're trying to do heal, shoot, it's heal, reload, heal. So try and do that. But I would just, honestly, in the mid-fight, in the middle of a fight, just don't worry about reloading. Unless your kunai is down to 0, and then heal, reload, heal. Instead of heal, shoot. I hope that's a little bit helpful. I really think that you can climb. Like, seriously, your aim is not something I expect to see at silver or bronze level, and it's just unfortunate because of the way we're currently playing the hero, we're not optimizing the fact that our aim is better than this elo. So I hope this helps. I hope you do end up climbing, and yeah, message me if you have any questions or anything, and bye.
What's up?